Malawi and boy.
I see you're enjoying the intro.
It's a bop, it's a bop, it's a bop.
Nah, man, welcome, man. Welcome. You know what? Before we start off, just introduce yourself to the people in the comments so they know where you're coming from and what you're repping.
Good evening, everyone. Big up. My name's Rich. I'm from the host of Eagle Eyed Football, which is a Crystal Palace channel. And yeah, listen, tomorrow's gonna be a bit peak, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, so guys, I'm going to put the link when I'm done. I'm going to put the link to his channel in the description so you guys can go subscribe, go show my man support. So let's start off, man. Crystal Palace versus Man City. We are going to Selhurst Park, and this is one of the most hardest places to go, to be honest. And as I told you, I was even speaking to I was doing a preview for the Premier League matches, and everybody spoke about the fact that whenever that team is going over to your ground, it's very tough. It's always a tough match. If you're not on top of your game, you will struggle. So look, we're gonna start off with the injured players. So what injured players do you have before I tell you the City side?
It's just Sam Johnston, actually. Our goalkeeper, who we got from West Brom on a free transfer, he's been unlucky with injuries this season, which is a bit crazy. So he's the only noticeable one. Vieira did mention today in his presser that Will Hughes was ill earlier on in the week. He did train yesterday, but it's kind of just wait and see with him and stuff. But other than that, everyone else is fit. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, but for Man City, I don't think anybody's injured. I think the only injured player was John Stones and Laporte. I think John Stones mostly. Laporte a bit. He had a bit of a knock, but all of them are back. Foden, his foot was swollen up. That's why he's had to be. He has to be put on the bench. It's not about what rivals are saying that Foden is finished. No, he's had issues where when he plays football, apparently his knee and his ankles swell up, which is bad for a young player, you know.
Yeah.
And you know what the thing is? I saw an article saying they say there's nothing they can do about it. They just want to naturally let it happen. So I was like, wow, that's one of those things where you're like, is it just going to be continuing, or maybe do you let him not play? But now he's also in form. Every time he comes back, even if he's 70% fit, he plays very well. So for City, it's a full squad. A full squad is traveling to Crystal Palace. It's quite weird now what Pep started doing. Whenever he's traveling to London, he travels in the morning now. We used to travel the day before. Again, tomorrow we're traveling to you guys in the morning. I don't like that because last time we traveled in the morning, we failed to beat Southampton. Anyway, so let's go to the comments. Big Morgan says, your boys, your early boys. I know we are. Hello, Rich. Hope you're well, sir. Hello, citizens. That's for Emmanuel. I know that's why majority of the people are not here. It's because I didn't change the thing. I forgot because I was in another podcast. So I forgot to change the times. But anyway, I'm pretty sure if you've got your notifications or whatever time it is, you'll be able to watch it. So look, how are you feeling about this? Because to be honest with you, I can share something with you. But you just tell me yourself, how are you feeling about this game from the last time we did the preview on your channel a few days ago?
If we get over there with a point, I'll be the first to come and start celebrating. Listen, we are in a terrible run of form. Even with that run of form, I know we've picked up some decent draws. To be honest, like it's been a very tough running for us. I think the biggest issue for us it's just the fact that we're not actually playing well. Like if we were playing well and losing, I don't think the fan base will be that mad. But generally, like the football's been dire.
What has happened though? Because when Patrick Vieira came from France, he was playing effective football with you guys. What I mean by effective is it was not pretty to look at, but it was very tactical. I remember the time when he played against Arsenal, he gave Arsenal a very difficult time, and you should have won that game. I think something happened. There was a pen or something happened for Arsenal to draw with you guys. But when he came, it was very tactical.
Goal, yeah.
So has he lost that? And I know I just heard that he's got an argument with Eduardo.
Yeah, so to answer your initial question, like PV came in last year, breath of fresh air, because obviously we've been so used to kind of like just defending and just hoping to counter and stuff. PV came in last year, and all of a sudden we're a bit more ball possession based and pressing. To be fair, Conor Gallagher was one of those players that helped initiate the press.
Yeah, you shouldn't have let him go. I think he was very good. He suited Patrick Vieira's system.
Yeah, he did. Like we wanted to sign him in the summer. Chelsea said that they'll give him a chance, and so he decided he'll stay at Chelsea and fight. The issue I had with what we were doing is that we kind of spent the whole of the summer trying to chase him, like as if there was like no backup plan. So effectively, we only brought in Chris Richards and Chet Decore. And when you're obviously trying to better what you did the previous season, only bringing in 2 players that could play in the first team is criminal. You know, especially every other team around you's been bringing in 4, 5, 6 players and such. And our squad's thin anyway. So, yeah, it's a bit frustrating. The thing with Eddie as well, like, we all know how talented he is. And I think what's happened is that it's either an attitude problem or he's not training hard enough. Because there's no way that Mateta should be starting ahead of him, in my personal opinion. And as much as I want Edouard to be starting all the games, like I said, if he's got an attitude problem or he's not training hard enough, then Vieira's done the right job in benching him, you know, and hopefully.
Yeah, so basically saying, yeah, fair is fair.
Yeah. Hopefully, it gives him a kick up the backside to, you know, to pick up, because, like I said, the talent's there. Like he's so, like when he plays, we generally score goals. You know, so
nah, he's very good. Look, from our side, the only scenario we have, as you see, Hello Citizen says, "Oh, Emmanuel, is this scenario? I don't know if Walker is going to travel or he's going to be punished, but he's been training. I've been seeing him in training pictures. We know why he's." He made a bit of a mess. Walker decided to show something you're not supposed to show in public.
What kind of training is he doing? Because he's moving a bit mad.
not that training. I saw him in training pics, and you know what? That's what I was surprised. But I thought he was gonna be given a punishment. But Pep today was very dismissive with it. They asked him, all he said was, "That's a private matter. We'll deal with it." And that's
it was definitely private.
Yeah. Look at you trying to get close to hinting what exactly it was. Yeah, so basically, Walker, I don't know if he's frozen out. We'll see the travel pictures. It's just that I don't get it why Pep has started traveling in the morning. He used to travel the day before. I just think it's a bad idea, personally. I don't think... I remember I used to play football, and I remember we once traveled to another city within a day to play football. It's not great. It's like you're just sitting on the bus, and then you'd rather go to a hotel. Emmanuel says Walker should be reserved for the UCL. He should be reserved for a lot of things, not just the UCL. Luca, hi, how you doing, man? Guys, big up. Go and subscribe to Luca's channel. So, oh, Jesus, I think okay, the light is back. Okay, Grant. Obviously, now talking about Walker is blasphemy. The light is flashing up and down. Look, for me, to be honest with you, this game, I know both teams need this game. I was looking at the table. If we look at the table, you can tell that both of us...
No.
I'm just looking at the table because we sort of, both of us need the points. Do you get my point? I'm
Yeah,
just you're in a good place. You're 12th, but it's 27 points with Wolves. And I remember I suspect Wolves will draw against the team that played. I don't think it's Newcastle or something. I don't
Newcastle.
know. Newcastle. I think they'll draw because both teams seem to be loving draws. So you're 27 points and you've played 25 games, but you've got a game in hand over Wolves. So this is a very important game for you guys. Very important. Looking at the table.
I mean, the next three are well, actually, I don't even know. Our next three, obviously, we got you guys at home tomorrow. We got Brighton away on Wednesday, and then Arsenal away on Sunday.
Then Leicester City.
So then after that, it's Leicester, then Leeds, then Southampton. So it's that Leicester game onwards. I think the fan base are all looking at, like, realistically, that we need to be picking up points. However, hopefully, when we haven't fallen into the relegation zone come that point.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine. I look, to be honest with you, I think you guys are stable. I think as much as look, I get it. You're frustrated with Patrick Vieira. I love him as a manager, and I hope he succeeds. You know, I seriously hope he succeeds. So your form, you said your form recently. You've struggled with scoring goals. You've got a lot of draws like Newcastle recently. To be honest with you, believe it or not, we were doing the preview for the Premier League. This form of yours is better than some of the forms I saw from Aston Villa recently. My God, Aston Villa don't seem to be doing well. He says, Patrick, we are flying. I know. I'm good, Luca, man. I hope you're good too. So, looking at the form guide, at the end of the day, as I told you, City has become very unpredictable this season. They can go on this run. They're going on mini runs where they beat Aston Villa 3, they beat Arsenal 3, then they go to Nottingham Forest and draw. Then they beat Bournemouth 4, then they go to Newcastle. So I have you seen this too? I hope now it's not you guys. Have you seen the trend? We're always doing this, then draw. 2, then draw. So now it's 2 again.
We'll take that.
He's wearing this like, yeah, please, come on, please. Let it be a trend. So looking at the games between you and us, we already looked at this on your channel, but we're just looking at it here. As much as this picture might paint something, but look at that. In 2021, you beat us at our home stadium 2-0. You kept a clean sheet. I remember Laporte tried to stop Zaha. Was it red card within 2 minutes? And then 0-0 away I think obviously this was the 2-0 you were winning, and I was like, not again. Crystal Palace is slapping us 2-0 at home again. Somehow you guys let us in. That was the first time, to be honest with you, when we play against you, I was shocked by our comeback, because when we play against you and you are winning, you never let us in. Somehow I was like, wow, they seem to have slowed down. Is that looking at that, is that what has been the trend this season, or you guys have been good defensively?
Just quickly on the 4-2 game, I think because we scored both our goals from set pieces, to be honest, and it was backs against the wall, and if you defend like that, it's hard to defend like that for 90 minutes, and when you've got a monster like Erling Haaland, his goals were well taken. Some will say, oh, they're tap-ins, but the movement he makes to get into those positions, to get tap-ins, it's incredible. Defensively, you know what? I think it was after was it the Fulham game or the Spurs game? Well, we lost 3-0, and I think then we lost our next home game 4-0 to Spurs. Yeah. Since then, defensively, we've been a lot better. I think the most we've conceded in a match is 2, and I think that was Man United away.
Who's been your best defender this year? Is it Gay again?
I would say Gay. Gay had a shaky start. But he's definitely, especially Anderson was injured for a couple of games. He's really stepped up again since then. When they both play, we're a lot defensively solid, I would say. And Gay defensively has been superb for us.
Okay, great. Okay, so guys, before we go, let me just read a few comments. Chris says, who's heard the brilliant news about Gary Whittaker stepping down for Match of the Day? I think it's a good thing. We don't have to listen to Whittaker's nonsense. Match of the Day will be worth watching. I actually loved him, to be honest. I haven't been following it a lot. Large job TCF and guests. Yeah, large job to you, Vatorgames. So let's move on to the lineup. I'm gonna do this the same one as you did, but now I'm giving it to you, because you guys gave it to me on your channel. Now I'm giving it to you. I don't know if you want me to do the same thing you did to me, saying I have to put 3 City players in there.
Oh, is it a combined 11? Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm gonna do for you?
on.
So there is you know, like I'm gonna. Okay, you said already that there's no negotiation about Edison, right?
Yeah, he starts.
You say there's no, so we're gonna put Edison. But what I'm gonna do to you is now you've got 10 players left. I want you to put 5 Crystal Palace players and 5 City players in that lineup.
5 Palace.
If you have a negotiation why you don't want to put that player, tell us the reason why. That I don't really think I can fit 5. So
Palace.
the minimum we'll give you is 4. Then if you the 5th one, you can come up with the 5th.
Oh my days! And is this not including form?
This is just in general as a team, not including form.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, right back.
There's
Rico.
a question for you by Big Morgan. Who was sent off last week for Palace?
Chet Decore.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why he's not. I thought he was injured. Oh, that's why he's not playing. Yeah, cool. So, okay, we're not talking about form. Obviously, we're talking about the red card. The red card, we have to remove him. But so, you tell us who.
All right, Rico Lewis, right back. I've been really impressed with him, by the way.
Yeah, I can't find Rico, so we're just gonna find. Is he?
I think he's been brilliant.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to edit him into it. I'll just put somebody. I'll put Walker, but when I do edits, what I do is I'll edit him. I did that last time. I put his face. I'm gonna find. You know what I'm gonna find? Any sort of Lewis. Let me go with this. Lewis. Lewis Dunk. Lewis Cook. Okay, there we go. Jamal Lewis is taking over. We're close.
We've done that before ourselves, so it's all good.
Yeah, we're close. So what about the centre backs?
And I have to get 4 Palace players in.
Yeah, 4.
All right, I'm going to get Mark Gay as one of them alongside Ruben Diaz. And I'm not discrediting like Stones.
What's his name again? Mark what?
Gay. Guehi.
Is it Mark Gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, John Stones is Guehi.
Hi or
Hi.
Hi. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, John Stones has been brilliant for you guys as well. Like this.
Yeah, and he's back. He's back now. Yeah. So Diaz.
With Diaz, yeah. Left back.
Are you giving it to Mitchell or Nathan Ake?
No, I'll give it Ake. Mitchell hasn't had a good season. I've got to somehow get 3 more Palace players in this. Oh my gosh. All right. So I can't choose Chet Decore because he's suspended, right?
If you want, maybe let's throw him in there just for the sake.
All right, just to help the Palace contingency. So this is only because Patrick said 4 to 5 Palace players. Otherwise, I won't be picking many. We'll go with Rodri and Decore then as a midfield pivot.
Rodri. I'm gonna have to change this now, isn't it? Yeah, it is that one, isn't it?
I can't see anything. I can't see anything if you're showing me.
Oh yeah, bear with me for a minute. I don't know what happened. I think it froze or something.
Okay, gotcha.
Is that better? Okay, so is it Chad Decore?
Check Decore. So CHEICK.
CH what?
CHEICK.
Jesus Christ, the names of your players, man. They're not just straightforward. They're not just straightforward. I was just about to search Decore because that's the easy one. Okay, so who are we putting as our CM?
Yeah, De Bruyne.
Okay, so Vibes FC says, big up Patrick and Rich, big up to you, man, big up to you. Guys, like the vid. There's about 20-25 of you watching. Like the vid, guys. Okay, so you said De Bruyne, right?
Yeah, De Bruyne. See, imagine if I had to pick 5. I would have to have a Palace front three. Do you know how mad that looks?
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. I think I went a bit too far.
I think so.
You know what? Maybe do you think the two you have you can only pick three maybe maybe make it
See,
easy.
I think that's realistic, three, because I would have put, based on how the season's gone, I would have picked a front three of Zaha on the left,
Mhm.
Morris on the right, and Holland up front.
Okay.
Once again, special mention to Foden. I think he's having a decent season. Elise's been really
Yeah,
good for
for a
us.
guy who's been injured, isn't it? For a guy
Yeah,
who has Foden who hasn't done much this season, and people saying he's having the worst part of his life.
you know, Elise's another one who may have been considered, but Morris has had a really good season. To be fair to him.
He has. So that's the team. That's the team over there. I'm gonna bring out one of the City fans. He wants to come in. One of my friends, Kevin. So I'm just gonna bring him. But as we wait, so it's Edison in goal, Gay and Diaz as centre backs. Lewis, I'm going to change his face when I'm editing. Ake, Decore, Rodri, De Bruyne, Zaha, Haaland, and Mahrez. That's a decent team. I think this team would do well. I think this team wouldn't be bad,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. If the team was there, this team would not be bad. To be honest with you, is Zaha injured? I heard he was injured. I didn't see him in the other game.
No, so he returned against Villa.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that scored in the 11th minute, and it got ruled off offside. So he's back.
What sort of season is he having though? Is he leaving? Is his contract about to end?
I reckon
he wants to go somewhere.
Yeah, I reckon he'll be gone at the end of the season. But he's had a decent season. Then he got injured against Newcastle, I believe it was.
Yeah. Do you think if he leaves, there's going to be a massive gap, and you guys might struggle, or you think it's time to move on?
Both. I think it'll be like teething problems, like it's like life without Wilf, sort of thing. But at the same time, yeah, you have to move on. Like our ownership is terrible anyway. We're so far behind with our recruitment and stuff. The amount of players we actually need, if we were to literally dissect our squad, there's only like a handful of players me personally anyway, would actually keep. That's how much work the squad needs. But we're not blessed with like Qatari money as you lot are, and Saudi money or whatever the investment.
It's not Qatari, but you guys are guys. You keep saying
whatever investment you've got, we're not blessed like that. So we have to do bit by bit each window. If you wanted, you'd go splash 200-300 million if you wanted, But no, we need a massive clear out.
Like for instance, what position are you liking? What position, if I may ask, what position are you liking?
Both fullbacks. A centre midfielder.
But come on, was it Mitchell though was having a good season, wasn't he? What happened to him? Mitchell was actually like a lot of people wanted him at a point in time. People were like, I wouldn't mind this Mitchell fella. What happened?
He has no competition. That's the problem. And now he's kind of, I wouldn't say he's been found out. So because defensively he's still decent. He hasn't been as good as he was last season. But he hasn't had the defensive cover that he normally had this season. So like where Wolf's legs are starting to go, he's not tracking back as much as he used to. And then whenever Vera plays Wolf as centre forward, then it's someone like Jeffrey Schlupp or Eze, and both of them are they can't defend. So that's kind of left Mitchell isolated and stuff. But Mitchell's problem mainly has been ball watching. A lot of the goals comes from his side of the pitch because he's just doesn't have an idea
he was good.
Attacker is.
He was good, he was. I don't know. I was rating him like I was rating him. Welcome, Kevin, man. Are you with us, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so this is Rich Man from Ego. So do you have any question for him, for himself as a City fan to him?
Yeah. I was gonna ask, is Zaha playing tomorrow? Because I saw Patrick Vieira saying that he's back.
Yeah, he should be back. He started against Villa last week, so he should be starting tomorrow.
That would be a big one. Because if Zaha played that Liverpool game, you guys would have like scored 3 past them. Oh,
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
the name of the attacker that played against Liverpool? What was his name?
Oh my gosh, please don't give me PTSD. Mateta.
Yeah, that guy was. He was. Sorry to say, was rubbish, man. Because
But
I was.
you don't need
Mateta's rubbish.
you don't need to apologize. We've been saying this
Oh,
for
you didn't watch the
us.
Liverpool game? I watched every single one because I was cheering for Crystal Palace. This guy missed chances, chances after chances after. I said, what the? Liverpool didn't play nothing. So now, if Zaha was there, Zaha would score those three goals straight away.
Mm.
But the guy is powerful. He's powerful. Like
He's very
that. I'll give.
powerful and very physical.
Yeah, very physical. So I'll give him that. But if Zaha is playing, I don't know. But tomorrow, we don't do well with Crystal Palace because they are very physical, and I'm not too confident tomorrow. And it's a 5:30 game as well. Well, I just think let's see what's gonna happen tomorrow. But I won't be surprised if they draw. Patrick. I won't be surprised. These guys are good
Yeah.
at getting draws.
So is that how you? So is that how you feel about the game yourself? You feel like it's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
a
yeah,
draw?
yeah. But and another thing, if Foden is playing well, if we go Foden and he's playing the right position, yeah, we'll do something good. But I don't know. See if I will tell you this, yeah, I can say 2-1 City, but even the Newcastle game, you watched it. Newcastle made two good chances. I know we made some as well. You know that. But I just say that I just see that I think we are better now than before. So I have more chest now. If he was at Etihad, I would say yeah, we'll be there. But playing at it's not easy playing at Crystal Palace now. People don't understand that. It's not easy. They are a very physical team, and we are very weak against physical teams. Teams like Brentford, Crystal Palace. That's why we always get, like, you always get draw and all that. So that's why I think 2-1 for City, but I'm not too sure as well. But I'll go 2-1 for City.
Oh, so you're not confident at all.
Now, but I'm like 70, not 100. With Newcastle, I was more confident with Newcastle than this Crystal Palace game. I'm more confident.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that you're right though. If we mess around, teams like Crystal Palace, if they decide to become physical and
Yeah.
try to counter us in behind, we struggle. It
And the
depends on
problem
also
with
how we set up. It always depends on the setup, to be honest.
yeah, boys, as far that we have Diaz there, oh, I'm okay. Nasanaki, yeah, those two are okay. But the Posh Akanji, I don't trust Posh Akanji. That guy's too posh to be a defender. He's not aggressive. Akanji is not aggressive. Akanji is not. If you see his face off, you just run into him because his face is just. I don't know how to describe it. He's a good defender, but he's not aggressive like Diaz. He's not aggressive like Laporte. You know, and if we play Stone, uh,
Uh,
you think Stone is going to play tomorrow? You think so,
I have
Patrick?
seen
Do
it
you think
before.
Stone?
I have seen it before where he's played John Stones. No, I'm saying I've seen it before where he's played John Stones. Why John Stones has just come back. I've seen that before. I've seen that done before.
Uh, you
Remember?
know what he's like.
I've seen John Stones
Yeah,
come
let's
back in
see.
the
Maybe
lineup just like that.
yeah. If he plays Stone and Diaz, oh, that would be beautiful. That would be very beautiful. Let's see.
No,
Let's see.
Stones and Diaz would be great.
Yeah.
Stones and Diaz would be a combination, and I think that particular one we would play
And,
very well.
and
What about yourself? What's your score prediction?
Um, I'm going with like 3-0 City.
3-0 say.
We honestly, if Mateta starts, we won't score.
That's what I'm saying, but Azar is starting, isn't it?
Yeah, but we can't just rely on Wolf.
No, Zahar. When Zahar sees City is like a dog with bone. You know that. That guy is always, he always turn up against us. I mean, you guys always play like you see our home game. If not for Alan, we would have won. We would have lost that game. You guys remember that game?
Yeah,
40.
we could have lost
Yeah.
because most of the times when we play them, we miss. So I got Lewis into the lineup by just pasting his face over the other brother. Sorry to the other brother, wherever you are. But that's the combined. We guys, by the way, this combined we just did it so that at least Crystal Palace players can get in there. Sometimes it's good to be diplomatic. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I like it. I like it. I like that's how we
it's
say it.
yeah,
Well, as soon as I
that's
saw, as soon as I saw it before on YouTube, when I was coming back from work, I said, I like this. I like what you guys did. Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
So you don't. We
it's
are not.
fair. It's fair. It's
Yeah,
fair.
we don't disrespect other clubs. We're fair.
No, we don't. Olise is a great talent. Yeah, I want him
Yeah.
to at City at a point in time. Adam says hi. Victor is back again with arguing with people, so I'm not gonna read what he's writing. Evening, lad. Sorry I couldn't join now. Just at the hospital. No man, look after your family, man. Martin, look after your family. Mancunian Way. Look after your family, man. Hope everything is right.
Good
Start
luck,
Palmer. I
man.
don't think Palmer is going to start, man. But anyway, guys. So what's your prediction? What's the score prediction? Did we get your score prediction?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You keep
Yeah.
running away from the score prediction.
No, it said
I
3-0.
said 3-0 City.
Oh, 3-0 City. Sorry, I didn't hear you. That my bad. My
Yeah, it
bad.
said 3-0.
My bad. 3-0 City. Look, for me, I feel like it's gonna be a 3-1. But I think it's gonna be a tight 2-1. I think it's gonna be a tight 2-1.
I'll go
I wouldn't be
2-1.
surprised if we come out with a draw. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we come out with a draw. But guys, that's the preview. As I said, let's see. Our guest can also shout out his channel again. So do you want to shout out again your channel and tell people where they can find you?
No, I really, really appreciate you, Patrick and Kevin. Obviously, nice to officially meet you technically because your camera was off, but you know what I mean. Big up to everyone in the chat as well.
You, Rich, man.
My name's Rich. I'm from Eagle Eyed Football on YouTube, Crystal Palace content and stuff. Me and my JC and my co-host will be at the game tomorrow. We'll do fan cams after the game as well. So if you probably want to see us despair and stuff, make sure you check out the channel and see us be like, oh my gosh, we got battered, and yeah, you know.
You know yourself, you cause us trouble. You know deep down, it's gonna be one of those long nights.
He knows. If
Philippe Mateta starts, we are not causing you any trouble.
Why will it start with that?
Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's the preview for the guys who did not catch this. You can go back and watch. This was very good. So thank you for coming, Rich man, and thank you for inviting me to your channel. And Kelvin, you got your wish. You said you wanted a lot of collabs here. The collab starting. I'm gonna collab with a lot of people. Even the next match, I already have got another guest. I told you that I always find it very difficult to ask people. I don't know. I'm just one of those people who finds it very, very difficult to ask people. So I usually just say, you know what, I want. But anyway, thank you guys, all the guys in the comments. Guys, like the video on your way out. I'm going to put Rich's channel in the what was again in the description when I'm doing some editing parts. But anyway, thank you very much. Big Morgan says thanks. Rich, thanks, bud. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow for the lineup show and the reaction. That's goodbye from us, guys. Enjoy your weekend.